Thought that first off, you got to give Coach Manning and his group credit for rallying when they fell behind by 11 in the first half. It's certainly time you could fold, and they're young, and they came back. They knew what they wanted to do, and they did a good job of executing it. I thought that our guys showed tremendous effort. I thought we played together. Clearly, we're not as good as we can be, as we shouldn't be right now. We got to work on it. We got to continue to improve defensively and offensively. I know you look at it, and we put up 82 points again, but there were some points we left out there that we can do better at that end. But we just got to continue to work and get better. It's the second game of the year. It's November 15th. It's a long way to go. We got to make sure that we come in here tomorrow and work on getting better so we can be ready to go after Robert Morris on Wednesday night. We want to talk about what we were doing defensively and why we were being successful and try to continue to do that. I thought we did a good job of forcing them weren't allowing to get to the rim, or at least on their first shot. They got some second shots. I mean, you're going to get that when they're all 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". You're going to get some of those, but they weren't getting deep post touches. They weren't really getting to the rim to finish, and we weren't fouling as much. We got called for some fouls. We weren't getting quite as many fouls. We were in good position, so we weren't fouling as much. So we wanted to make sure we did that, and we just talked about how we wanted to space and move the ball. We know with Chris and Zach and Nana and Steven, and I can go right down the list with those guys, if we play together and are spaced and are unselfish, we're going to get good shots. So that's much less of a concern to us as being able to maintain it at the other end. I don't think there's ever any one reason when something like that happens. I don't think we played our best in the second half. I thought they played well, obviously, and that's part of what happens. And I think any time you're going to look at what you do better, you got to start with yourself. I got to do a better job of coaching our guys and teaching them and staying on them about sustaining things and what we're trying to do through good and bad times. So, from my point, it starts with me, and I'll keep working on it. We'll keep working to get better starting tomorrow. I don't know. We certainly had our opportunities. I mean, you just got to give them credit. They made plays. They made some plays when they needed to get a basket. They were able to get to the rim or get fouled. When they needed to get an offensive rebound, they were able to get it. They got a couple stops when they needed them. I should say that, or we just missed a couple shots. It can go either way. But you got to give them credit. They made enough plays to win the game. It's an 8-point game, but it's really, if you look at it, it's a 2 or 3 possession game. And you can look at those 2 or 3 possessions. It could have been an 8-point. You could have gone in the first half. I could find you 5 or 6 things that we could have improved on. That instead of being up 11, we might have been up 20. You do the same thing. They made the run to get back in the start of the second half. We can point to 2 or 3 things early that we could have done. Then instead of falling behind, we'd have still been up a couple, and that would have changed the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, Ryan Frazier did a really good job, I felt like, today, keeping us all composed. I mean, he's been a captain now for 2 years, and I just thought he did a really good job of keeping us, keeping our heads in it. But at the same time, I understand that basketball's a game of runs, but when they come out and 13-3 run to begin the second half, we can't have that. We just need to be way more consistent. I mean, not really. You don't really think about it. The 30-second shot clock obviously plays a little factor into it, but not really. I think we also got a lot of good shots underneath, with under 5 seconds left. It just depends on how it goes, I guess.
I'd like to say that, Bucknell is a very talented team. And any time that you have a run that these guys are on in terms of competing for Patriot League championships, you got to respect it coming in. And tonight they came out and they threw the first couple blows and they staggered us. We were able to kind of grind back in it towards the end of the first half, and then the second half we did a few things that we wanted to do from the start. But you got to give them credit. They're a talented team, and Haas is a really talented basketball player, and he's fun to watch when he's not playing your team. No, we didn't say that. We knew that they're capable. We saw the exhibition game. We know those guys were very good shooters, and they found a groove early. I think for us, we did a much better job in transition defensively. In the first half, they had close to 25 transition points, and we can't allow that against anybody and have a chance to win. So we did a much better job in the second half. I thought the second half we did actually a really good job of guarding, at least from the percentage standpoint. They shot 50% in the first half, and they shot 25 in the second. And so for us, we've got to be able to hang our hat on that defensive side of the ball. Well, we want to move the basketball. I think our big guys do a really good job of posting up. I thought in the first half, too, we missed 6 layups or so. Hometown kid here missed a couple, and we had a few other guys miss some. But, you got to give Bucknell credit. They walled up and made it tough for us. But, when we get the ball at point-blank range, we have to find a way to get it in the bucket.
I just was thinking too much in the first half. I think I got the same looks that I had in the first half. in the second half, but I was finishing in the second half. I think I was just thinking too much. My teammates did a great job finding me, and in the second half I just rewarded myself and finished the layups that I had and the chances that I got.
No, I mean, we come out and, their starting five and who they have, and ours is who we have. And it just depends on matchups. But, our 1s, 2s, and 3s are interchangeables, and our 4s and 5s are interchangeable. So there are a lot of times that Devin would start out guarding Thomas and end up on Fallon, just depending on the defensive rotations and schemes. So, for us, it's we just want to go out and try to play hard. We think we have two talented young big guys that came in tonight. And I thought they gave us really good minutes. They came in and got us 14 points, which is, when we're depending on those two freshmen. And sometimes when you're depending on freshmen, it doesn't always go as well as expected. But, we want them to play hard and go out there and have a presence offensively and defensively, and they did that. And I thought Brian Crawford was outstanding tonight. Got into the paint, made shots, made great passes, had 7 assists, 21 points, and got to the free throw line 10 times. So anytime, you see a freshman point guard get to the line 10 times, he's not scared of contact, and that's something for us we're excited for because, we're going to need that type of play from him down the road. Well, you assume a lot, but, early on, you have to assume because they haven't played enough games to establish a pattern. Neither have we. And so, we go back and say, okay, what did they do at Randolph-Macon? Maybe there'll be some similarities there. Let's look at the exhibition game or, whatever game we can see. But, no different than us coming into the game. You just want to assume that the coach is going to run similar sets that he's always run. But, going into this game, we knew that they were a great shooting team. We knew Haas was going to be a handful. And we knew coming into this environment, second game of the year on the road was going to be tough. But, fortunately for us, we're able to pull it out. And this is an experience that will help us down the road.
Devin, was it good to be back in front of your friends and family today?
Definitely. A lot of people came that I grew up in high school, and I know from a long time, so it just meant a lot to get the win. And I want to thank my teammates for helping us get the win today.
Was this the first time you've been back in Pennsylvania since you've been in college?
No, I come home on holidays like Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to play.
Pitt, but that's
yeah.
like 4 hours away, so not a lot of people would come. Bucknell is only about an hour away from my house. We're about to go to Harrisburg right now to fly to the airport, so it just feels good to show my teammates like what exit I live off of and little things like that.
Thanks.